All right, I had to go ahead and smoke cleanse before we start part 2, only because Spirit said they have an attachment, they have some sort of entity on them or around them. There's something there, there's some sort of something. So before we begin, I do just want to say, I do pray that everybody that is watching this reading, involved in this reading, including myself, my loved ones, we stay protected. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for keeping us safe in advance. I extend my gratitude in advance. Please keep me grounded. Please keep me focused. Please keep me with my third eye open at a pace that's comfortable for me. And please just protect all of those that are watching this reading, as well as those who it's about. So I do feel Queen of Swords. Yeah, that's the truth. Mm-hmm. And there's like a little crow on there. A little extra thing. And then Three of Cups, like a little third party. Page of Swords, like could be a guide, could be an extra person, could be somebody watching you. So I do think that person definitely has an attachment. I think that. Wow. Yeah, I do think that. 111 on the timer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do. Yeah, Two of Cups. Yeah, they're married to that attachment. They could have a spirit spouse. Not sure, but they're long bonded with this thing. And it breeds conflict in them and competition. It makes them retreat mentally. Maybe like the sunken place. True. Mm-hmm. And Seven of Swords, it makes them very deceptive and dishonest. It makes them sneaky. It makes them hide things. It makes them do bad things. And yeah, it's kind of hides in the shadows, but I'm exposing it right now. Mm-hmm. We're shedding light on it. Could have a Leo. This could be the Leo. Did I call Leo in that other one? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Leo. Yep, Five of Swords as well. It manipulates their stability. It manipulates their ego. It manipulates their grounding. It manipulates them feeling centered and within themselves and clear. So I do think that it makes them selfish and materialistic. There's something there. There's an aspect of that. Mm-hmm. Ten of Pentacles. This could be something that's in their lineage. Or marriage too. That could be marriage. When I said Two of Cups, I was low-key kind of kidding, but not really. Not really. King of Cups. Yeah, it could make them maybe manipulative emotionally. It could make them. It could feed off of others' strong emotions. And it could make them emotionally calculated. Maybe the king isn't calculated. It could have latched onto them when that person was in an emotional state. Mm-hmm. That's how it gets fulfilled. Nine of Cups, yeah. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Six of Cups. They've had this for a while, since they were a child. Yeah, or just Six of Cups also could be just in their family lineage. Truly. Six of Swords, yeah, it maybe makes them run from themselves, battle themselves. It does not, it's an enemy of progress. It does not allow them to move forward in a productive way. Mm-hmm. And earlier, I did feel guided to light my candle to kind of, it's called a shut up candle. I don't know if y'all have heard of that, but I don't use it for baneful magic. I just use it for, I can't control what anyone says. I usually don't care what anyone says. I used to not, but when you realize that gossip and rumors and smear campaigns, gossip and lies and manipulation, I mean, that's spell work. You know, they're low-key manifesting that for you. So if they say, this person ain't shit, this person is a thief, this person is a liar, this person is this person did this person did that, they're really manifesting that to happen for you. Okay, they really are trying to speak that into existence. And even if they don't know it, the spirit in them knows what they're doing. So I was guided to light my shut up candle. It's been on for several hours, but, you know, I just wish that the only thing that I manifest when I light that candle is just to speak the truth. Whether it's good or bad, I just want the truth. That's all I care about. As long as it's true. You know, you can say whatever you want about me as long as it's true. I'm not perfect, but speak the truth. If I'm really that bad, you shouldn't need to make anything up about me. You should be able to say the truth since I'm so terrible, right? No need to lie. So, yeah. And I really do wish that, you know, people would just speak positivity into the world instead of running people through the mud. And, you know, if they need to get their own lives together, they shouldn't be so focused on yours. They should be focused on what they're doing, right? Especially if they're not perfect. But people tend to do that. They tend to project when they feel insecure. But the lies that they make up about you, it's spell work. It's what they're doing. These flipped at the top. Aces, that's the truth. Four of Cups. They are disconnected from mental clarity. They don't see things clearly. Seven of Swords, yeah, that's where the trickery comes in. They're disconnected from emotional fulfillment. And they actually manipulate people's emotional fulfillment. They are not emotionally fulfilled within due to this entity being on them, or this attachment, right? Whatever this is, we're gonna just say it's an energy attached to them, just to sum it up. I just want to be very careful with my words here for some reason. Normally I'm very, this is what it is. I just want to say energy for right now, because I do feel that it's something deeper, but I just want to be sure before I speak. But I do feel that. So we'll say it's an energy around them right now, okay? But I am for sure about that. I am for sure about that, bare minimum. It makes this person feel, I would assume that envy with the Six of Wands. Wow, before I even saw the Six of Wands, I was gonna say it makes them envious because they're not emotionally fulfilled. So anytime that you are emotionally fulfilled, or if something good happens for you, right, I would assume that would offend them. And if you speak the truth, I would assume that would offend them too. They're very disconnected from the truth. They don't see the truth. And then I see Seven of Cups right here as well. They're very confused. They're in a confused state. They don't think clearly. They are the smoke and mirrors. They believe their own smoke and mirrors. It's like this energy definitely tricks them. Definitely makes them think it's something that it's not, and makes them feel that they deserve that attention. They deserve that recognition. They deserve that success without working for it, right? They're envious. And because they're so emotionally unfulfilled. Anybody else who has maybe confidence, if they have confidence, I mean, my God, that really revs them up. If somebody were to walk in and be in their own energy and their own power and have confidence and exude strength naturally, oh, that would piss them off. I can see that, absolutely. Because they're so disconnected from the truth, and they're so emotionally unfulfilled and so envious, and they want all the attention on them. So if somebody naturally gets attention, if somebody naturally is magnetic, naturally has confidence, everything that they lack, I mean, I could see that would really trigger them. I could see that. Yeah, I mean, she's abundant, but she's not trying too hard. Queen of Wands, she has her strength sitting at her feet. She's not forcing it upon anybody, but just know that it's there. You can feel it when she walks in the room. The sunflower over her, she's bright. She has a bright, beautiful personality, and it's growing and growing and growing. It's abundant. She carries abundance in her aura. She carries strength in her aura. And you see her wand, you know what she's capable of, but she's not forcing, she's not sicking this lion on anyone. She's chilling. And it's on a purple throne. She's royalty, and she's psychic as fuck, because that is the color for being psychic and having her third eye open. So she's very aware, but she's able to relax, and she doesn't have to force her strength on anybody, but it's there. You see it, you know it, you feel it. Her lion's chilling, but just know, very much so could be a Leo. This Leo energy is coming through very strong. Yep. Fire sign, feminine. I mean, Queen of Wands is fire sign. Doesn't have to be, but it is that energy, right? It is the energy, not the energy that we're talking about, but the energy of a fire sign, right? So very, very rambunctious, magnetic, kind of go-getter, you know, very, very fiery, very fiery. But this Queen of Wands to me really is chilling. Not very much so, not very fire sign like, but not even that of a Leo. I don't even get Leo energy from her, to be honest, because Leos typically want attention. Or I don't even think she's asking for it. I think she naturally fucking gets it. That could be true for Leos. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm saying in this case, she's very laid back. So I do get that whoever this reading is for is very laid back, very, very nonchalant, very, they have the strength, they have the abundance, they have the prosperity, they have the knowledge, they have the spiritual ability, they have the power, and they do not have to force it on anybody. You feel it in their aura when they walk in the room. You do. There may even be times that she wasn't aware of how much power she had. You know, it's giving a like ugly duckling syndrome, right? Like a beautiful girl that has personality. There's kind of like this joke that's like, you know, pretty girl. This is just a joke, guys. I'm just saying, like, you know, pretty girls, they typically are just like, they don't need personality because they're like, I'm hot. What else? I showed up. What else? But ugly ducklings, you know, they were like the ugly funny kid, and then they actually got hot like later in their life. So then they're hot with a dope personality. So that's what this is giving me, that she maybe didn't know her power her whole life, so she doesn't operate like she's so super powerful and da-da-da. I mean, she may be naturally falling into how powerful she actually is. There may have been a time that she wasn't aware of it. I do feel that. I feel that she naturally gets attention. She naturally is very magnetic, and I do think that she tends to maybe even attract negative people who are very deceptive and who don't like the truth. and are very discontent with themselves. This Four of Cups, that's Cancer energy, by the way. Very discontent with themselves, and they don't like the truth. They don't like the truth. They like their truth, I'm sure, whatever that may be behind this confusion and aggression. But like I said, they're in the sunken place. This person, this two of Cups. So I've seen the Two of Cups twice now. That tells me that maybe this is somebody that you were in a relationship with. I do maybe think that, and I do think at one point you maybe thought that you were in love with them. I do think that, and I think a part of you does still love them. But I think that you maybe come to terms with they were trying to go to war with you. They wanted to exude their strength onto you. They observed you, and you knew it. Queen of Swords. So yeah, you're coming out as Queen of Swords and Queen of Wands. So very magnetic, very powerful, okay, but also very sharp, very sharp. So with the Queen of Wands, with that third eye open, with her psychic abilities, with her ability to read energy very well, logically, Queen of Swords is very logical, very calculated, very smart, very quick. They catch on. You're both. You're both. I would imagine that you would really offend this person. I would imagine you would really offend this person. You made them feel restless. You made them feel, I mean, I just picture them up at night pacing back and forth like, who the fuck do they think they are? Who the fuck do they think they are? And I'm not reading for gender, guys. So when I say Queen of Swords, you very well could be a masculine. This is just the energy, okay? When I say Queen of Wands, you still very well could be a masculine, okay? So I'm not reading for, I felt guided to say that. I don't normally specify that, but for all of my readings, unless I specifically say this is a man, this is a woman, okay? All of my readings, they're not gender specific. I don't know why I felt like I needed to say that. But I was looking at this other deck that I had, and I was going to start pulling in and opening the books. It's like a very long descriptions, but immediately when I opened it, I saw Muse, okay, which is generosity and naivety. But Muse, you're their muse. And look at this. Wow, I just noticed there's 3 cups on here. 3 of Cups. Your social whatever. Very generous. Very generous and social and naive. You did not see what their intentions truly were. Maybe you saw it and you just didn't want to. You were just being very generous, right? Because you eventually caught on. If you're Queen of Swords and you're Queen of Wands, you know, maybe you always felt something, but you felt like you needed to be nice. But the gambler was the other one. Loss and risks. They took a risk, you know, they did take a risk. It's like, I can kind of see this person like maybe stealing your chips a little bit, you know, and it looks like one person has all the chips and one person has no chips. One hand has all the jewelry on it and all the beautiful shit, and the other one is like, it has nothing. It's just barren. I'm realizing that. And then right under there's the Hunter, predestination and sure-footedness. And there's a noose on there. My God, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. Holy shit. Yeah. I mean, however you want to take that. Yeah, however you want to take that. What's under the Muse? The pathless. The pathless. Difficult decisions and lack of direction. My God, look at this. They're literally fighting against the current. And I get that, like, if this, let's say that, wow, hold on. If this was if this hand was your hand, this gold hand, look at all those hands trying to reach out for its light. Look at it. I mean, you're surrounded. I think that you do attract this energy often. I think you're used to it. It's like all of these other hands are working together, right? But you almost have these hands coming from your side too. So you're like, oh, I can match energy if you need me to. I don't ever walk alone. I have a team behind me always. Don't ever get it twisted. Don't ever get it twisted. 1344 on the timer. Difficult decisions and lack of direction, the pathless. And right under that is the assassin, ruthlessness and conviction. And then under that, wow, I mean, this is, my God, the masker, hiding your true self and projection. My God, I don't know what this is. Masquerade? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Masquerade, something like that. Masquerade, I don't fucking know. But they're painting, like they're painting on their fake self, and there's those 2 same hands. Those same fucking hands that are stealing those chips. My God. Wow, I mean, this is, I mean, shit. I shuffled them and I split the deck and I saw those 2 and I set it there and I was going to look up the definitions, but this shit is talking to me enough right here. My God. My God, my God. The pathless. Hiding your true self and projection. The mask. We're just going to say the mask because I don't know how to say that word. But you see how the front one is like a happy mask and then right behind it is bitter, upset. That's who they truly are. The assassin. Ruthlessness and conviction. I mean, and that just looks like death to me. Like they, you know, they're dead inside and they're ruthless. They felt convicted in coming for you. They wanted to convict you. I swear to God, they wanted to latch on to everything that you did. They felt that they deserved it. Loss and risks, the gambler. My God, did they gamble? Wow. Right under that, my God, I mean, this shit is talking to me. I swear to God, they hunted you. You were their muse, the hunter and the muse. The runaway, secrets, running from problems. Look, like they were trapped in that energy. That they were a cage for that energy. Nothing is blooming inside of that cage, and the key is so close they can't even reach it, but it's so close. Look at that key at the top. It's barren inside of that cage. Everything around it is blooming, but nothing inside of it. Oh, you know what? There are flowers coming from out of it, and the cage door is open. The runaway, secrets, running from problems. I'm interested to see what this one is actually. The reason why I didn't look at the definition, I couldn't find the book, but I see it up here now. Give me 1 second. And then since I didn't technically shuffle, guys, I'm gonna put those back in 1555 on the timer. Change, angel number for change. The Hound, loyalty, chains, and promises. And if the sword is representative of truth, I mean, they don't want that truth. They're trying to break that sword in half. The Hound, they hounded you, loyalty, chains. They were chained to that energy, guys. The puppeteer. Look at that same hand guiding it, puppeteer. And it says explanations and apologies. Unseen potential and hesitation. This is you. Unseen potential. You did not know. I'm telling you, you did not know. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Biding your time and planning ahead, the Archer. Yeah, I'm going to put them all back in. I'm going to shuffle. We'll see what comes out. But I do just want to say that whole section right there really stood out to me. I want to read this which one was I interested in? The Runaway. Yeah, I have to. I just opened it to the Queen. Isn't that interesting? You've left a lot of things behind in order to get to where you are now, but regretting your decisions will only tarnish the glory of what you've achieved. There will be more of these challenges in the future. Come to terms with the fact that achieving your goals is worth all of them. I mean, I told you, you're used to this energy. I got chills. Wow. I mean, this reading is, I feel very sure of this reading. I'm absolutely positive that this is for somebody, because the way that these answers are flowing to me, Spirit is like, here you go, just serving it to me. Here you go. Here you go. Here's the truth. Here's the truth. Here you go. I mean, I feel very for sure that this is absolutely 100% accurate for somebody. Reversed, the Queen indicates situations where a sacrifice has been made, but nothing has been gained in return. So if they're your shadow self, if you're everything that they're not because they're in the sunken place, this would be them. The Queen indicates situations reversed, the reverse version, where a sacrifice has been made, but nothing has been gained in return. No matter how much time, focus, or energy you have put into a task, nothing has turned out to be as you intended. You may need to reassess your approach or accept the fact that sometimes there is no equivalent exchange. Listen to me. Maybe they tried to sacrifice you and it didn't work out and they're bitter because of it. I mean, I do mean that. A sacrifice has been made, but nothing has been gained in return. So they may become bitter. What's that Tyler Perry movie, whatever you call it, with Taraji P. Henson, where she feels very convicted in chasing that man down that didn't give her what she needed, right? And she was focused on it her entire life. Okay, and some women would say, that's crazy, that's ridiculous, I would have moved on. And some say, no, I see why she did it. Nonetheless, though, this person didn't get what they thought they were going to get. I just opened it to that page, so I thought I'd read it. But, I mean, this shit is really speaking to me. And then I just skipped through and I saw the catalyst. The catalyst. This person was a catalyst for your growth and your journey. I do mean that. Okay, let me go ahead and read. Which one? The Runaway. I feel so guided to read that one. The Runaway. Right here, 138. Secrets and running from problems. 138. It's normal to want to run from your problems rather than facing them, but you'll soon find that this won't resolve anything. Your problems will simply follow you until you're overwhelmed by everything that you've been avoiding. It's time to start admitting to yourself what you're running from and address it. What did I say? This person was at war with themselves. They're running from themselves. This is something within them, and they've now made you the target. I do mean that. For once, this is in reverse. So if this is their shadow trait, you're the reverse version of them. So this is you now. For once, you're not running from a situation, you're running from yourself. Oh wait, no, this is still them. My God, you're not running from a situation, you're running from yourself and making your life difficult for no apparent reason. What are you punishing yourself for? Why are you still carrying this guilt around? Let it go and make sure that you're living a life free from self-hatred. I mean, this attachment made them feel like they were, I keep wanting to say convicted, but they felt justified, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But they felt justified in coming after you. Because for whatever reason, this attachment that makes them lack mental clarity, and that makes them envious and jealous and vengeful and bitter, truly bitter. They're not happy inside. They hate themselves. That's true. And for somebody like you who just was so effortless in their power, in their confidence, their strength. They didn't feel the need to sick the lion on anybody. They weren't coming for you. Weren't coming for a soul. Your strength just came in with you, just chilling. I mean, I already cycled it back in there, but yeah, that lion was just chilling at the bottom of her feet. I mean, she didn't feel the need to impress anybody. She wasn't trying to prove a point. She just, that person, that entity, that attachment, that energy felt your strength, and it triggered it. It got very offended. It got very offended. That's the truth. And I do want to look up the pathless, but I think I saw the puppeteer. Conjuring real social skills can be a challenge. People have their own feelings and their own lives. It's easy to say or do the wrong thing. You're not the only person to have made an embarrassing mistake in the past. So own up to it and smooth things over. An apology or explanation is a small price to pay to maintain an important relationship. They could have easily just apologized. You did not want them to come for you. You warned them, please don't. Please don't. You understood that they weren't coming for you technically, but they were. I mean, they made you the target. You had no choice but to defend yourself eventually. You did stall it off as long as you could, but they easily could have solved this. You may have made the first step toward apologizing, or perhaps you're still too afraid to speak up and admit that you were wrong. Whatever the situation, there's an element of resentment that it may not be possible to forgive and forget. Sometimes the best thing to do is accept things the way they are, irredeemable, and move on separately. I mean, they couldn't come to terms with that, though. I mean, they got latched onto you. That's the truth. They latched onto you. My God. They really did. Holy shit. Here's that mask one. We all wear different masks to appease the people around us, at work, with friends, in front of family. Each mask is the part of ourselves that we think is appropriate in the moment. But by being so concerned about others' opinions, you can lose sight of your true self. Stop changing to fit public expectations. It's time to work out who you are and what you want your life to be. Who is your genuine self? Let your real self be vulnerable and show others the real you. Reversed, there are times for vulnerability and times for strength. When used in the right way, masks are powerful. They're a way to guard your privacy and keep you protected. In this moment, work out what mask you need to wear to achieve your purpose. Adopt that persona. Adjust your behavior and do what you have to do. You maybe learn to not put your strength on display. You maybe learn that, but people still feel it nonetheless. Yeah, nonetheless. You realize that you've become a target because of your strength, and you maybe even try to hide how strong you are, but people feel it. That lion is still at your feet. People feel it. Absolutely. Yeah, you've learned. My God, you've learned. Holy shit. This is crazy, guys. I just want to read some of these that I saw, because I mean, they really stood out to me. So I'm just going to skim through these real quick. But I mean, I do feel that. I feel that at one point, it's like for someone to be, make you the target. For someone to make you the target. My light just went up. For someone to make you the target, it made you realize, I didn't even know my strength until y'all started coming for me, and I realized it now. There's obviously something y'all want. This is not the first person. The pathless, it feels like progress on whatever you've been working towards has ground to halt. Others might give you unsolicited advice or trouble, but you know yourself better than anyone else. Take a step back and consider a new direction, but don't keep stubbornly moving forward if it's not getting you anywhere. I mean, that person definitely, maybe people told them, hey, stop coming for that person. Stop coming for them. They didn't do anything to you. Stop. They didn't stop. Reverse, the pathless doesn't lack direction because of stubbornness, rather because of an impulsive energy that's driving them in multiple directions at once. My God. Impulsive energy. Shit. You know what you want, but you lack the valuable experience needed to organize and plan how to actually get there. Consider that you might need a little bit more time before you're in a position to pursue this particular path. The pathless, lack of direction. Yeah, we'll leave it there with that book, but my God, I mean, shit. I mean, I think that about sums it up for just to get an idea of what's going on with that. The storyteller and the forgotten. My God, viewpoints and control, missed opportunities and fear of failure. I mean, look at these. I mean, that's really speaking to me, that deck. My God. Let's see what's going on here. Am I guided to switch deck, Spirit? I think I am. Let's start with a fresh deck here. Let's do this one. 2513 on the timer. Three of Pentacles and Wheel of Fortune. This was a karmic situation. This is a karmic person, and I do think, even though this situation for you is very difficult, this was you know, one of many that have really kind of zoomed in on you, sort of really took a liking to your energy, but didn't like it. You know what I mean? There's a spiritual aspect to this aside from just their energy alone, but this is not the first battle that you fought, and this will not be the first one. It won't be the last one. It's not going to be the first or last that you win either. You did come out on top, and we all know that. We all know that. And if you haven't yet, you will. If you're on a different timeline, and this isn't over for you yet, you will be okay. Just so that you know that, because you've been going through this since you were a child. Okay, you've Queen, so that's the truth. You're starting to see it now. Why people come for you in your light, your connection to source, your spiritual gifts, your abilities, your strength, your positivity, your abundance. You see it now. You maybe didn't understand it, but you had no choice but to understand it, because this is a persistent issue for you. Okay, now I do think that this is the most intense one. This is the most intense one. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. They view you as an opportunity. Okay, that doesn't mean that's a good thing. They do view you as an opportunity. Okay, you're aware. But when they can't take you out, oh, excuse me, my goodness. When they can't take you out, it's a burden for them. My God, look at them. Ooh, shit. I'll draw them. I'll shuffle. But I mean, the way that these cards are laid out for me right now, this is crazy. I just want to show y'all this real quick before I shuffle, because, you know, it's like they try to make this emotional offer to you because they do view you as an opportunity. Okay, they maybe try to connect with you or be your biggest fan or whatever the fuck. But they already came in burdened, and them not being able to take you out, you see through their mask and you understand that they're full of shit. It really makes them feel burdened. It does. It makes them, they come in with attachments and energies already. There may be one certain attachment that's been kind of maybe following you your whole life. I do feel that. Good. 1 second. With this King of Swords, I do think that it forces you to be cold and calculated and sharp, because you've been able to discern this spirit. I do feel that. I do feel that, because it's cold and calculated with you. It's detached with you. It's cruel with you. It's blunt with you. And you've had to really look at it like, no. You understand this is a spiritual thing. You understand. You understand these people are, wow, spiritually destitute. You understand that these people are full of lack. You understand these people are spiritually empty inside. You understand. This is a long, ongoing thing for you. I mean, they are truly empty inside. But this person specifically was very, maybe tried to act maybe spiritual or religious and try to act holier than thou, try to act like they operated in integrity. But you can only wear that mask for so long. You can only wear that mask for so long. You can only manipulate for so long until that mask falls off. And somebody like you who actually does operate in integrity, you can see it. You can see what it is. By the time you advance and get your groundings about you and survive them, then they feel left out and you're the bad guy still. It doesn't matter what you do. Like, bro, I'm trying to survive you and I'm the bad guy still. Meanwhile, you're just here obsessed with me. That shit's weird. You see right through it, though. You see right through it. You see right through it. But you actually put effort into your life. And it breeds competition in them. It breeds conflict in them. They actually only put work into taking you out. They don't put work on it themselves. They don't put work into themselves. They don't try to perfect any craft or hobby or task or work or effort or goal or envy. They don't do anything but focus on you. They do work hard at that. I mean, they have persistence nonetheless. You got to give them that. The way that you exude your confidence, there's that Queen of Wands again. The way you exude it, I mean, my God, it oozes from your pores, this calm power, this magnetic power that you have. And look, on her little, what's it called, a brooch or whatever, there's a lion. That's her strength right there. Look on the side of her, to her left and to her right, a lion. Look at that sunflower. Everywhere she goes, she carries her light, her abundance, her strength. She's able to think her own thoughts. That's you right there. I mean, you're able to stand alone. You don't need a crowd. But that makes people really grow interest in you. I mean, you don't rely on the validation of others. I mean, these people really just stay up at night thinking about you. I'm not playing. They really observe you. You really get to them. They don't understand your energy. They don't understand how you can be so emotionally fulfilled. I mean, you could really have nothing, I'm hearing, and you still are fulfilled within yourself. I'll go ahead and shuffle now, but these people need to face themselves, because it's not you that they're coming for. You know that. You told them. I don't know what happened to the last person, but if you don't face yourself now, you'll have to face yourself later, and you won't hurt me the way you think you are. Don't do it. You really, really wanted them to not come up against you, because they really ended themselves by acting chaotic and impulsive. They did. And I mean, you'll get the recognition and the legacy in the end. Always. Always. They will have to face themselves. Their day of reckoning will come. That cycle will have to come to an end. At the end of the day, you try to tell them. Because like I said, this is not the first person. It won't be the last. You're very used to it. You understand the spiritual side of it. You've survived this shit before. I mean, all the time. All the time. You just try not to think about it. You just try to look ahead. But you know what's really running through their mind. You know what that is. You know what it is. You know right behind those sweet little gestures that they make, what's really behind them. It's an energy. You feel it. You know, but you know you can't run from it, and you can't act like you don't see it. You have to deal with it. You've learned to deal with it. But it doesn't try to stop them from dominating you. It doesn't matter how many times you tell them, please don't do this to yourself. I know something you don't. Please don't do that. Oh, you think you're better than me? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. You know, at the end of the day, you've recognized that archetype. You've recognized that personality type. You've recognized that spirit. You've recognized that energy. And you're very well aware that in the end, I mean, they'll just forever be sad. I mean, they're destitute. They're in a constant state of grieving and mourning and just devastation. They want to take it out on somebody, but baby, it'll never be you. Spirit will always balance out everything. I mean, you have grace and you have power. You have a calm confidence about you. You're backed by spirit. Your team is this. It's uncanny, the protection that you have. Okay? It's that line that sits at your feet that you don't need to advertise it. You don't need to tell anyone. If anything, you're warning them because you're so humble. Just, hey, just don't do that. Don't do that. But they still try because they want that opportunity so bad that spirit makes them feel that opportunity is their opportunity. You are the opportunity that they deserve. They will take you out because you will not sit there and be happy and emotionally fulfilled without them. You will not form these emotional bonds, and I'm not able to even emotionally bond with myself. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you walk around joyous and happy and with opportunities and optimistic and just filled with light and happiness and abundance? How dare you? How dare you? But I mean, spirit will balance out those scales. That's the Libra energy right there. They're confused and you know it. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's not going to be you that's hurting. No, it's not going to be you. They want that opportunity and they're willing to fall into their own trap because of it. They're willing to fall into their own trap because of it. That's the truth. That's the truth. The traps that they set for you out of being naive and reckless, because that's really what they are. Nothing that they do is thought out. Nothing that they do is well planned. They lack that because they're so confused. Give me two more cards. Wow, yeah. I mean, we know how it's going to end. It used to be you that was heartbroken, but you've come to terms with it, with these endings. You know how they're going to end. You don't get so attached anymore to these outcomes because it's continued to work out for you and you've been just fine thus far. But nonetheless, you know, you have intuition. It tells you something is beneath the surface. It tells you Pisces energy. It tells you, you know this is a spiritual thing. You have, your intuition is so on point. This is a spiritual war. This has nothing to do with anything else. And you try not to take it personal, but when these things are targeting you, when these people are targeting you, I mean, my God, I try not to be offended, but you won't stop coming for me. I don't know what to do other than defend myself. They always leave with their tail between their legs, and you leave moving forward. I mean, it never ends. You've seen this time and time again. You've tried to just get away, but it'll follow you. You know you have to complete it out. It's going to be for forever. I do feel that it'll be for forever. I also am kind of getting a download that this energy doubles down once it kind of learns your tactics. Wow, wow. Thank you, Spirit. Yep. This energy doubles down. This energy gets more and more strategic each time. I mean, this you get almost like, damn, you too? Shit. It has learned you, and it's very aware of you and who you are and what you bring to the table and how you operate. Your habits, your hobbies, your motives, your triggers. I mean, it's really doubled down. It's like just when you fight one, you got another. Here comes another one. Here you go. Hey. And you realize that little pouty ass fucking face, that little destitute face, that little ungrateful fucking energy, and you know exactly what you're dealing with every single fucking time. It does not matter how it tries to connect to you. Doesn't matter how sweet it tries to come in and act like, oh, everything's so great. I want to compliment you, and I want to love you and love bomb you and be connected to you, and I'm your biggest fan, and I love this about you. You know, in the end, it'll be chaotic. You know what's happening here. Yeah, you know. Go ahead and end this with 2 oracle cards. Wow. Yeah, you know. I do want to do another reading eventually about just kind of really breaking down the personality of that spirit, because I do get that's an energy that's been following you for a while. I do feel that. Shit, did you see that? Okay. Take some time to rest and rejuvenate. You need to pace yourself for the challenges that are coming your way. Positive changes, bigger and better things are coming for you, but just relax and trust. Go back to the heart of who you truly are. There you will find peace. Look at your life in its entirety and acknowledge any old wounds and then release them. Use what they taught you as added strength. Keep moving forward with a renewed sense of purpose. Sometimes walking away is the only option, not because you want to make someone miss you or realize they took you for granted, but because you finally respect yourself enough to know you deserve better. No matter how much you are being tested or pushed right now, stand your ground and push back. Believe in your own integrity and self-worth so much that no one can get in your way. Have the confidence to move forward. You can and will do this. My God, let's get one more. Feel guided. Y'all stay strong. You know, if this is your message, you've got it on lock, it seems, but it's nice to have a little confirmation, because this shit, I mean, that's hard. That's never ending. Where you are right now is where you're supposed to be. Don't compare yourself to others. That only adds pressure. Take each day as it comes. And for what it is, you're a better person than you were yesterday, and growth is not easy, but you've got this. I know it may be hard sometimes looking at everybody else and then saying, oh, you got it so easy. But you're like, no, I'm literally in a spiritual war every single day, something I can't talk about. I can't discuss it, but I'm going through it every single day. You are so much closer to a powerful breakthrough than you may realize. You've been praying for things to heal, new opportunities to appear, and relationships to improve, and these prayers will be answered soon. I feel like that's a good place to stop. These difficult times will pass. Nothing bad lasts forever. The sun will shine again. The birds will sing and the clouds will clear. And you will be glad you kept moving forward. You will soon be rewarded for your patience and integrity. Hold on, because you're far stronger than you think. My God. Thank you, Spirit. I mean, this reading really flowed, guys. I really do feel very strongly. Yeah. Wow. Accept where you are at this moment in time. Only then you can begin to move forward. Be clear about your intentions, and this makes everything easier for your spirit team to assist you and the universe to assist you. Doors will open unexpectedly. Be ready. Amen. Wow. All right, guys, sending you lots of healing, strength, love, light, all of that with a little splash of darkness, because Lord knows we need it. We need it. We got to protect that light, because, you know, they want it. So, amen. God bless.